I'll simply just place it on this mark. Remember this mark that we made? So I'm still on the sewing of the handle, guys. So I'm just going to sew now. So when you get there, I'm going to put the needle down and turn. Just raise the foot up, then turn, then continue sewing. So I'm going to sew this. This is the handle. Fold it into. Remember, we've taken the measurement. If you watch the previous video, you're going to see it, the measurement and everything concerning the handles. So I'm going to fold it into two like this. You don't have to line. So I'm going to fold it into two like this. Then top stitch on it. Once we sew it, so I'm going to sew it now. Of top stitching, you can see, just fold it into two like this and sew. You don't have to gum. You don't have to apply gum. I'm going to put the handle inside on the bag, so you see what I'm talking about. So this is going to be. So the next thing I'm going to do now, we are going to stabilize all these panels that we prepared, handles for the two panels. So I'm going to use them for measurement. I'm going to cut out the material I'm going to use to stabilize it, which is also leather. So in this case, I'm going to make this one smaller, like an inch or 1 inch smaller than the main panel, because I'm going to use it to stabilize this. I don't want it to be as equal as this, so that when we are sewing, it will be easy for us to sew through. So I'll just bring it out a bit and mark. Then I'm going to cut out. It now, you can see it's smaller than the main panel. So I'm going to cut like 2 of these out because I really want it to be very strong. So I'll lay this aside. So I'm going to take this and apply on the back. I prefer to use the back. So once we finish, I'm going to lay it aside. Then apply on this other one too. Then take this one and you lay it on it like this. Ensure that this an inch space left allowance for sewing. Just fold it. So if you find out that part of the leather is extended, you can just trim it off. I used 2 leather material. This is one and this is the second one, so you can see how hard it is now. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the lining. I'm using a blue suede. This is suede material, so I'm going to attach it, and before then I'm going to apply some gum on this part of it so that the lining stays in place. Leather to make it. So I'll just place it like this. I use my hand to kind of smoothen it out. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine now. I'm going to top stitch on the edge now. I'm just going to top stitch now. Cut off the thread. Trim off this excess lining. The suede, I've trimmed it off. This is how it's looking. I'm going to sew this one to this other panel. And before I do that, I want to sew a pocket to the lining, this lining. So this is the pocket I'm going to use. This one I'm going to use. And this measures 11 inches by 10 inches. So I'm going to cut out 2 pieces to get the pocket, the inner pocket. So these are the pieces now. You can do that yourself. 11 inches by 10 inches. Once you've gotten 2 of them, I'm going to take them to the machine and sew. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn them with the right side facing each other like this. So I'm going to sew with half an inch. And once I've done that, I'm going to top stitch. And this is what I'm going to use for my pocket. So let's go to the machine now and do that, ma'am. Pin them together. So what I'm doing, the right side of the suede with this other right side, I'm putting it together. I'm going to pin, because I'm going to sew them. To the end, I'm going to backstitch. I'll cut off the thread. So I've finished sewing. I'm going to turn it now and just top stitch to give it that professional kind of look. So this is it. This is the pocket now. I'm just going to trim off the excess on this area. So what you do is you take this one, this lining from the main panel. You're going to fold it into 2 like this to get the middle mark or point, And if you have a chalk, once you've gotten that point, this is the middle mark. After folding, you're going to get a crease that will give you a middle mark. So I'll mark it. Then I also get a middle mark of this, or the center point of this. When you fold it into two like this, you get the center point. Then I'm going to mark it. So now take this center point and kind of position it on the center point here. Okay. So this is what I do. So I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. Now you can see it, and just sew. I'm not going to sew on this place that I've top stitched though. This place is the pocket itself. So I'm just going to sew on this place, this area, and this area. So now put my foot down. I'm going to back stitch first, straight away. You can see I've attached lining to the two panels, this and to this. And this one has a pocket. If you like, you can also put a zipper pocket like this one. This one is for a customer. You can see this one has a zipper pocket. I don't know if you can see it. It's a zipper pocket here. It's a zipper pocket as well as another pocket. This is a pocket too. And you can also put a strap like this. Though I'm not going to do it on this particular bag. I'm not doing it. This one is for a client. This bag. Subsequent bag making, I'm going to teach how to make a zipper pocket and a shoulder strap. So that shoulder strap on the side, the only thing I did was just to make an handle like this and use my Rivet to attach it. It's not a big deal. I'm going to also attach, this is the bottom of the bag. I'm going to attach like 2 layers of leather here to make it strong or hard. And this is at the size of the bag. In this one, so I'm not going to attach anything. The only thing I'm going to attach is just to put gum on the surface and put the lining on top of them. I'm going to apply some gum. This is the bottom of the bag, the other. Bit of gum, not too much. Just to make it stabilized. You can see it's arched now. So next thing I'm going to do is to apply gum here, then place the lining on it like this. So I'm going to allow it to dry now, the lining, and place on it. The side panels. So on the side panel, we don't need to stabilize it, so it's just going to be a layer of leather. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply gum on the surface of each of them, then put the lining. Then after that, I'm going to sew it to give it a particular shape, this shape. Apply gum on the two sides. These are the side panels. So I'm just going to take this, the lining, and place on it. So I'm going to take this one. So these are the side panels. So I'm going to take them to the machine and sew. So I'm going to top stitch on it first. Back stitch. Just top stitch. I'm going to back stitch. Then trim off the excess. I'm just going to burn off the thread. So I'm still going to top stitch on this side of this side panel. To the end, I'm going to top stitch. You remember the cut we made? I don't know if you can still remember this cut we made. So I'm going to bend it like this because I want it to have this kind of shape. I'm going to bend it like this and hold it with my clip. Then I'm also going to bend it like this. I just want to get this shape because it will make it easy for us to sew. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take it to the machine. I'm going to sew here on this part of it and also on this part of it. So I'm simply going to sew just to hold to get that shape. The place I'm sewing on is that place where the cut reached, because on this place there's no leather here. I can feel there's no leather. On this other side at the top there's leather, so you check where there's no leather, the extreme top where the cut ends, that's where you're going to sew on top stitch. I'm going to hold it like this and sew. So I'll make sure that when holding it, I'm going to fold it like this. So the place I'm going to sew on, I'll just feel it and check that there's no leather. So I'm going to sew like I'm sewing. This is where the leather ends here. This is where the leather ends. This is where it ends here. So I'm going to sew on this part of it. Just back stitch. Just to give it a particular shape. So once you are through, so what I'm going to apply gum here and hold it in place like this. Gum here and here. So I'll just hold it in place with my clip and allow it to stick. So this is it. I'm going to put it aside. So this are the two side panel. This is one of the main panel with pockets. This is the bottom that's been lined. I'm going to trim it off now. This is the other panel. Stop this tutorial here today. In the next class, we are going to be sewing just the zipper and put it together. That will be the final class. Please guys, probably I'm going to do a live stream to tell you the challenges I'm facing concerning my YouTube channel filming. As you all know, I've been trying to tell you guys that I want to get a laptop. I actually had somebody who got me a laptop. I had to go and repair it. After spending so much amount on that laptop, it still did not work. And as it is now, I cannot afford any new laptop. So I'm using this opportunity to beg you guys to please bear with me. For now, I'm going to be filming in series, in parts. Until I'm able to get a gadget that will make me to film at once instead of filming in parts. It's actually not my first. I've done my best to ensure that I'm able to do that, but I'm not just getting it. So please guys, bear with me for now. Thank you. Please, and if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe just to support me. Please subscribe. Tell your family, tell your loved ones, anybody who love making Ankara bag, shoe, footwear and accessory, to please subscribe and watch to gain some skills and make money from them.